For all your TCG needs, make sure to check out alphatradingcardgames.com. What's poppin', everybody? This is Zero94. We're going to be playing our first match with the Charizard Efforts Everywhere deck that I've made. It is all about every damn Charizard that's actually playable. We got a lot of them if you think about it. They're really just milking this guy, unsurprisingly. I mean, that's how the TCG is today, milk the Charizard. So we got Charizard DX, Charizard VSTAR, Charizard V, Radiant Charizard, a Stage 2 Charizard, and I don't think I missed anything, right? All about the Charizards. So let's see how effective they can be together. My opponent is gonna go first, and I'm gonna have to mulligan, unfortunately, and reveal what I'm playing. That's too bad, but it's fine. I mean, our stuff is gonna be predictable. As soon as they see, you know, Charmanders, they're gonna know it's the Charizard DX, the new card. So my opponent gonna open up with a Pidgey. That's not that surprising either. Now that Pidgeot DX is out, a lot of people are gonna want to try that card out. I mean, it's good. You could say that maybe, I mean, it's not a regular Pokemon like how the old Pidgeot from EX Fire and Leaf Green used to be. It's an EX, but maybe that's better. Maybe it can last longer. It's harder to kill. Of course, if you do kill it, you get 2 prizes. But I mean, 280 HP, it's not something that you're going to easily snipe down or something. Like the old Pidgeot, the old Pidgeot original card from 2004. So maybe this one is going to fare better. Who knows? The format is different. We don't have the fast draw candy like back in the day. And it's difficult to make use of a lot of Stage 2 Pokemon. So if you use Pidgeot DX with something else, it's not going to be easy, but of course you do get them out. The consistency is going to be pretty good. Grab a free card every turn. So I have my Charmanders here, and I decided to keep my hand because I've got the Charizard EXs there in a candy. So I can get one out and then make an attack. But of course my opponent is going to end Iono. It always happens. Every time I do this, I just think to myself, they're gonna Iono. I know they're gonna do it. Whether it's Iono or N back in the day, this always happens. Now luckily I did see the Charizard EX in the candy once again with that redraw anyway. So we didn't lose that much. I'm gonna get out my evolution Pokemon, get my fire energies, and I'll be able to just attack as soon as possible basically on our second turn. So very, very good. I get a level ball, so we can play another Charmander down. I got the other Charmander with a bunch of energies. We're going to get that out. And from the looks of things, my opponent is using, I mean, Turtwig. I can only think of the Torterra from Brilliant Stars that it's semi-useful. And I suppose with Pidgeot EX, he's thinking this deck can work like that. I suppose we'll see. Torterra needs a bunch of evolution Pokemon to really get the most out of its attack. And when I say a bunch, I really just mean 5 to 6, basically. I think if you got all 6 evolution Pokemon out, including himself, he does 300 damage for 2, which is good, but you're usually going to have 5. That's the best case scenario from when I used it. And you'll be able to do 250, 200, if might even be more realistic. And that's still pretty good, but not enough to get the 1 KOs. So he played down the Luxray as well. That's a tech Pokemon I suppose you can use. I think is that if your opponent has more prizes, if your opponent has less prizes, you can play it down for free, something like that. And then he searches out the Cleffa, plays that down. Isn't it a bit too late to use that card? I mean, is he not going to be able to evolve? Damn. Have to discard everything. Wait, doesn't that scramble energy count as 3? I think it has to be evolved anyway, but he discarded both attachments just to use the Cleffa and draw a few cards. It wasn't even that many. But anyway, we're going to take this opportunity to get another KO. And if he's using regular Pokemon, I gotta take as much of a lead as I can. You never know what can happen. So we're going to play down the Luminion. and I can get, well, we don't have Copycat. I wanted to get Copycat, but it looks like it's prized. Shit, so we're gonna have to get Shauna because, well, actually, I could have grabbed Iono. Yeah, that was a mistake because I was gonna give him one less card, plus I draw 5 anyway. Anyway, whatever. Maybe we'll use the Ionos later to disrupt him. But because he's gonna have the Pidgeot by then, it won't matter, I would say. So we get the other Charizard EX out, power up my guys, and yeah, put all of them, I guess put the 4th on Charizard V. Radiant Charizard has 1, 2. You probably don't want to put more than 2 on the Radiant Charizard. It depends, but the idea is you want to take advantage of its ability. Use the attack for low energy. Most people would just use it with 1, but if you can use it with 2, it's fine, I'd say 2. But anyway, we'll put it on the Charizard V, and I have another Charmander down. Hopefully we get the stage 2 regular Charizard next turn as well. And he evolved into the Pidgeot, so he'll be able to get a free card every turn now. This thing is probably going to be the only rule box Pokemon he's going to have. So it'd be good if I could boss his orders that and kill it with Charizard VSTAR. Just go for that big 320 and kill that. Because this is definitely a straight up Torterra deck. It's got all the Turtwig down. Luxray, that's an evolution Pokemon too. So, I mean, if he gets the Grottles... okay, no, he's gonna go for the Minion actually. And use the Luxray. So, I'm not too... I don't have too much of a problem with that. It's obviously 2 easy prizes and the Luminion is out of the way. But he can only do that shit once. Then he's going to need to attack my big guys. And they're going to be fresh as well, the stage 2s. So, I mean, it kind of sucks you got that easy KO, but it's the price you pay with the Luminion. It's the cost and the risk. So now I'm going to go for Iono. And I don't really get a lot of good shit. I get the candy, but we don't have a stage 2. I'm going to get the final Charmander out. So basically everybody's out right now. All of the Charizards are almost here. I need the V-Star and I need the stage 2. And then we're good. So I get my 3rd prize. It is an Oak. That actually might be good. We might have to sacrifice the candy at this point if I don't draw anything better next turn. And he's gonna go for the rare candy himself, Torterra. Alright. That stadium you played doesn't affect this. And gonna go for that Ultra Ball, get the Grottles. So the Grottle is gonna get all the other Grottles. And then it's gonna be able to do 250. Okay. So that's the play you do. I mean, you get the 1 stage 1 and then the 1 stage 1 can get the rest of the stage 1s. And that's why this sort of ability is good. I mean, it was good with Gabite back in the day. Grovyle had one as well at some point. A bunch of other Pokemons maybe I'm forgetting. It's a good ability for a reason. I mean, this Torterra is, like I said in plenty of videos, you know, they just did the best they could, or supposedly they could. They can do a lot better, but compared to the other regular stage 2s, this Torterra has the best HP you can ask for, 190. Solid attack, got the Grottle for support, and it still wasn't enough to be a meta contender as a regular Pokemon. People used it, I used it myself with Cherrim and stuff. I guess now maybe this guy's using it with Pidgeot. I don't know if other people are going to do that. But they just don't work. I mean, it dies in one shot anyway. That's the problem. It really is the biggest problem is that HP. 190 isn't good enough. So I'm a bit flabbergasted here, but I guess I should have been paying attention. He gets a 1-hit KO on me due to the weakness. Yeah, you can't forget, and I don't remember if I touched on this on the deck profile, but Charizard EX is a Darkness Pokemon. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that Magma Basin isn't going to work with it when you evolve into it. But the other difference is the weakness too. As a darkness Pokemon in the Scarlet and Violet era, he's weak to grass. And I guess in this case, this guy gets a big advantage. We got an advantage too. He's weak to fire. But because I do so much more damage anyway, and he's using regular stage 2 Pokemon, he dies in one shot either way. So I don't really get too much of an advantage with the weakness. Unless we use the Pokemon Go Charizard. Then yeah, then I'm gonna get a little bit of a bonus from the weakness too. Discard our Stadium, Iono. I hope I don't regret getting rid of my Stadium, but at this point, it's not really what I need. I'm good when it comes to the energies. What we gotta get is the V-Star, because I powered up these Charizard EXs, but there's no way I'm gonna use them. Now that I realized the grass weakness foxes up. So there's no way I can promote one of those guys. He just dies too easy to Torterra. Charizard V-Star is our only hope, and the card is hiding from me all day. I don't think it's in the prizes, I think it's in the deck, but I need to see it. So he promotes the Grottle. He's losing out on his evolution Pokemon, so that should decrease the damage. It's still gonna be able to do enough to kill this Radiant Charizard, 200 damage. So it's gonna be out, and it's gonna be down to 1 prize. I'm gonna need some magic here. I'm gonna need to get the Charizard V-Star, kill his dudes, and then survive. Plus, hopefully he can't see any basic Pokemon to play down. As we kill off our guys, I want to decrease his damage to be as safe as I can be. It's possible. I mean, I'm really glad he hasn't used Boss's Orders, because Boss's Orders he would win. Just straight up. As soon as he sees Boss's Orders, he should have game. I mean, he needs energies too now, but it's a pretty thin line. Due to the weakness, I mean, he can really capitalize on our EX Pokemon now. That Luminion kill didn't help either. So Pidgey, and he discards them. Dude, is that really what you want to do? And gets the Luxray, but you can't play that down now. I think you were better off trying to play down a Pidgey, maybe evolve into a Pidgeot or something. Just get more evolution Pokemon. Because as I keep attacking, he's losing evolution Pokemon. He needs a lot of evolution Pokemon for his damage output to remain solid. So with 4, you know, after I attack next turn, it's going to be down to 150. Okay, so he gets the kill on the Charizard, and if he goes down to 150, then he can't even kill the Charizard with the weakness. He's only going to be doing 300. Anyway, so I promote the Charizard V here, and I'm going to go for that Iono. This is pretty damn risky, but I got to minimize his hand. I cannot allow him to see Boss's Orders. And we see the Miriam here. And yeah, the Charizard V-Star is in the deck. Okay, go for the Magma Basin. Put an energy on the Charmander, I suppose. And then I got Miriam for next turn. My deck is pretty thin. And I guess now the weakness does come up, because if it wasn't for the weakness, I wasn't going to be able to get the kill. What would you know about that? He would survive with 10 HP. But because of the weakness, we can kill him. So now I'm down to 1 prize as well. I mean, it's up to what he can do. He can use the Pidgeot to get anything he wants, but he only has 3 evolution Pokemon. He needs 2 energies on the Torterra, or like a Turbo DC. That would decrease the damage as well. So he needs a bunch of stuff. So I think I'm safe, even if he Boss's Orders. Or actually, fuck that, screw that. Scratch that, what I'm trying to say. Because I got the lone Charmander there, if he picks on that, I die. So maybe it wasn't the greatest of ideas to have it. But he still needs a lot. Even if he Boss's Orders, he needs a bunch of things. So he is going to go for it. He picks on the Charizard EX. Even just attacking with the Pidgeot would have made the job. And then research. Alright, I'm definitely going to be seeing the Charizard here. And I do. I got all of the Ultra Balls and the Charizard as well. So, yeah. If I didn't see that card, it was going to be the worst luck ever. And I got the Switch, but might as well get the last Charizard out too. Get everybody down. It's too bad the Radiant Charizard died, so we can't have everybody on the board. All of the Charizard family. But now that I get my guys out, I got the V-Star. I can go for that 320 on that Pidgeot, and it's just beautiful, 1-hit KO, and then we win. So very good game against the Stage 2 deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I see you guys on the next match. What hey!